Hi, I'm Alora. Today I'm going to tell you my story. But before I continue, please share and subscribe to hear more stories like this. My brother Marcus was always the family golden child. Star quarterback, prom king, college scholarship, you name it, Marcus achieved it. I was just his quiet older sister who helped him with homework and covered for him when he broke curfew. Our parents thought he could do no wrong. When Marcus got his girlfriend Tessa pregnant at 23, it wasn't part of his perfect life plan. Still, everyone expected him to step up. Even I did, despite knowing his track record with responsibility. "You don't understand, Alora," Marcus said, pacing my living room the night he found out. "I'm not ready to be someone's dad." "Ready or not, you're going to be," I told him, stirring my coffee. "How's Tessa taking it?" "She's keeping it. Says she always wanted kids anyway." He collapsed onto my couch. "My life is over." "Your life isn't over, Marcus. It's changing. There's a difference." "Easy for you to say. Your life is already boring. No offense." I ignored the jab. "What are you going to do?" "Be there, I guess. What choice do I have?" 9 months later, little Lily came into the world. Marcus showed up for the birth, took some pictures for social media, then gradually started finding reasons to be elsewhere. Tessa struggled alone while he lived his life like nothing had changed. "He hasn't sent money in 3 weeks," Tessa told me over coffee when Lily was 6 months old. Dark circles rimmed her eyes. "He won't answer my calls. His name is on the birth certificate, but it might as well be blank." "I'll talk to him," I promised. Marcus avoided me for days before I cornered him at our parents' Sunday dinner. "You have a responsibility to your daughter," I said, when I finally got him alone in the kitchen. "I'm not avoiding responsibility," he snapped, looking around to make sure our parents couldn't hear. "I send money when I can." "When was the last time?" "I don't keep track of every penny, Alora. I've got my own bills." "But you have money for that new gaming system? For weekend trips with your buddies?" "Back off. You're not my mother." "No, but you are Lily's father. Start acting like it." That was the pattern for nearly 2 years. Marcus would disappear, Tessa would struggle. I'd confront him, he'd make excuses. Our parents made excuses for him too. "He's young," Mom would say. "He's still finding himself." "He's 25 with a daughter he never sees," I'd counter. Then came the day that changed everything. I was at work when my phone rang. "Alora, it's Tessa. I need help." Her voice sounded different. Flat, defeated. "What's wrong?" "It's cancer. Stage 3. I need to start treatment immediately." My heart dropped. "Tessa, I'm so sorry. What can I do?" "I need someone to take Lily. Just during treatments. I don't have family here, and Marcus—" "I'll take her," I said immediately. "Don't even worry about that part." "I called Marcus first," Tessa admitted. "He said he's too busy." My blood boiled. Too busy for his daughter when her mother has cancer? "He suggested foster care, Alora. Foster care for his own child." That night, I drove to Marcus's apartment and pounded on his door until he answered. "Your child's mother has cancer," I said the moment he opened the door. "And you suggested foster care?" "Lower your voice," he hissed, pulling me inside. His apartment was immaculate. No sign a child had ever visited. "I can't take Lily full-time. My job—" "Your job? I work 50 hours a week and I'm taking her." "That's your choice. I didn't ask you to." "No one should have to ask. She's your daughter." "What do you want from me, Alora? Money? I'll send money." "I want you to be a father." "Well, I never wanted to be one in the first place." The silence after his outburst was deafening. "Tessa's fighting for her life," I finally said. "And all you can think about is yourself." "I'm being realistic. I'm not father material." "Then sign over your rights," I challenged him. "If you don't want to be her father, step aside so someone else can be there for her." "It's not that simple." "Actually, it is. You either step up or step aside." He chose neither. For the next 3 months, as Tessa underwent brutal chemo treatments, I cared for Lily. Marcus sent a check once, for less than the cost of a week's groceries, and called exactly twice, both times to ask when Tessa would be taking Lily back. My parents finally began to see Marcus for who he really was. "I raised him better than this," my father said one night when they visited. Lily was asleep in the guest room I'd converted to her bedroom. "Maybe you did," I replied, "but this is who he chose to be." When Tessa's condition worsened, she asked to speak with me privately during a hospital visit. "The doctors are saying it doesn't look good," she whispered. "I need to know Lily will be taken care of when I'm gone." "I'll always take care of her," I promised, holding her thin hand. "I want to make it legal. I want you to adopt her if I don't make it." "What about Marcus?" "He's had 2 years to be a father. I've named you as guardian in my will, but I want more protection for Lily." The conversation with a lawyer the next day was sobering. "Because the father is still in the picture legally, this won't be straightforward," Miss Brennan, the family lawyer, explained. "Even an absent father has rights." "What if he agrees?" I asked. "Then we can proceed with a kinship adoption once." She paused delicately. "If Miss Parker passes?" "And if he doesn't agree?" "Then we build a case showing abandonment and that termination of his parental rights is in the best interest of the child." When Tessa died 3 weeks later, Marcus showed up at the funeral in a wrinkled suit, signed the guest book, and left before the service ended. He didn't ask about Lily once. The next day, he called me. "So, I've been thinking," he began without preamble. "Maybe it's time Lily goes to live with Mom and Dad." "Excuse me?" I nearly dropped the phone. "Well, they're retired, they have the time. You're single, you work a lot. I've been caring for her for months. We have a routine. She's settled." "But you're not her parent. I am. And I think my parents would be better." "Your parents? Not you?" "I'd visit more if she was with them. Like you visited when she was with Tessa? When's the last time you even saw Lily?" "That's not fair. I've been going through a lot. Your child lost her mother, Marcus. What has Lily been going through?" That's when I learned the truth. Mom and Dad had offered Marcus money, a significant amount, to get his life on track if he secured custody of Lily and let them raise her. "You're selling your daughter," I said, my voice shaking. "I'm doing what's best for everyone." "You mean what's best for you?" Again. The custody battle that followed was ugly. Marcus suddenly portrayed himself as a concerned father whose sister was keeping him from his beloved child. He had our parents' support, their money, and their testimony about what a wonderful son he'd always been. But I had something he didn't. The truth. "Your Honor," Miss Brennan addressed the family court judge, "we have documentation of Mr. Lewis's absence from his daughter's life." We presented text messages between Marcus and Tessa, begging for child support. Medical records showing he'd never taken Lily to a single doctor's appointment. Daycare records listing only Tessa and me as authorized to pick her up. Most damning were the testimonies. Lily's daycare teacher described how Lily didn't recognize Marcus during his one court-mandated visit. Tessa's best friend detailed years of Marcus's neglect. Even Marcus's ex-roommate testified about Marcus calling his daughter an accident and a mistake. "I never said that," Marcus hissed during a recess. "You're turning everyone against me." "You did this to yourself," I told him. "This isn't about punishing you. It's about protecting Lily. I'm her father. Biology doesn't make you a father. Showing up does." In a desperate move, Marcus claimed I was unfit. He accused me of dating dangerous men, of having mental health issues, of wanting to replace my own lost child with Lily. All lies. "These accusations are serious," Judge Harmon said during the final hearing. "Mr. Lewis, do you have any evidence to support these claims against your sister?" "Everyone knows she's always been jealous of me," Marcus replied. "She's trying to steal my daughter because she can't have her own kids." The judge's expression hardened. "That's not evidence, Mr. Lewis. That's conjecture and, frankly, cruelty toward your sister." When the social worker assigned to our case presented her report, Marcus's face went pale. "In my assessment," she stated, "Lily Lewis has formed a secure attachment to her Aunt Alora, who has provided stable and loving care during her mother's illness and after her passing. Mr. Lewis has demonstrated a pattern of abandonment and only expressed interest in custody after learning of financial incentives from his parents." My parents gasped from their seats behind Marcus. Furthermore, the social worker continued, Mr. Lewis admitted during our interview that he never wanted to be a father and suggested his parents would be Lily's primary caregivers if he received custody. When asked about Lily's favorite foods, activities, or even her allergies, Mr. Lewis was unable to answer basic questions about his child. The judge's decision came 3 days later. It is the finding of this court that termination of Marcus Lewis's parental rights is in the best interest of the minor child. Lily Parker Lewis. Custody is awarded to Alora Lewis, with adoption proceedings to follow. Marcus exploded. This is bullshit. She's my daughter. Mr. Lewis, the judge said sharply. Outbursts like that only confirm this court's decision. You may appeal, but I suggest you consider whether this is about your daughter's welfare or your own pride. Outside the courtroom, my parents approached me. Alora, my mother began. We need to talk about this as a family. There's nothing to discuss, I replied, Lily's small hand in mine. You both enabled Marcus his entire life. Now you're seeing the consequences. He's still your brother, Dad said, and we're still Lily's grandparents. Yes, you are. And when you're ready to be grandparents who put Lily first, not Marcus, you're welcome to visit. But I won't let her be a pawn. During those first weeks after the court decision, Lily had nightmares. One night, she crawled into my bed, tears streaming down her face. Are they going to take me away? She whispered, clutching her stuffed rabbit. No, sweetheart, I promised, pulling her close. No one is taking you away. You're staying with me. Forever and ever? Forever and ever. Did my daddy want them to take me away? My heart broke. How do you explain adult selfishness to a child? Your daddy has a lot of growing up to do. This isn't about you, Lily. None of this is your fault. Did I do something wrong? Absolutely not, I said firmly, wiping her tears. You did nothing wrong. Sometimes adults make bad choices, but that doesn't mean the people they hurt did anything to deserve it. Does he hate me? No, sweetie. He doesn't hate you. He just doesn't know how to love properly yet. Will he learn? I stroked her hair. I hope so, for his sake. Mommy Tessa knew how to love, she said, her voice small but certain. Yes, she did. She loved you more than anything. And you know how, too. I do. I love you with my whole heart. She was quiet for a moment. Then I have enough love, even without him. 6 months later, my adoption of Lily was finalized. Marcus didn't contest it. He'd lost interest once our parents stopped bankrolling his legal fees and getting his life together fund. My parents eventually came around, visiting on terms that respected my role as Lily's mother. They admitted they'd failed Marcus by never holding him accountable. We thought we were protecting him, Mom confessed one afternoon while Lily played in the backyard. Instead, we crippled him. We've been thinking about what you said, Dad added, about enabling him. You were right. We want to be better grandparents than we were parents, Mom said, watching Lily through the window. If you'll let us. I never wanted to keep Lily from you, I told them. I just needed to know you saw the situation clearly. We do now, Dad assured me. Crystal clear. As for Marcus, his life spiraled. He lost his job after showing up drunk too many times. His girlfriend left when she discovered he had a child he'd abandoned. He tried reaching out once when he needed money, but I refused. I'm your brother, he protested. And I'm Lily's father. No, I corrected him. You're her biological father. I'm her mother now, legally and in every way that counts. You always thought you were better than me. No, Marcus. I just made different choices. You can still make better ones. I could fight this, you know. I could come back and sue for visitation. You could, but you won't. Because that would require effort and responsibility, 2 things you've always avoided when it comes to Lily. He knew I was right. Today, Lily is 5 and thriving. She barely remembers Tessa, though we talk about her often. She doesn't ask about Marcus anymore. Last week, I ran into him at the grocery store. He looked older, tired. How is she? he asked, his eyes on the floor. She's wonderful, I answered honestly. She's learning to read. She loves soccer. That's good. He shifted awkwardly. I've been getting help, for my drinking, for everything. I'm glad to hear that. Do you think, someday, I could see her? I studied the brother I'd once adored, the man who'd caused so much pain. That's not my decision anymore, Marcus. When Lily's older, if she wants to know you, I won't stand in the way. But I won't force her. And I won't let you disappoint her again. I understand. For once, he seemed sincere. I just want you to know I'm sorry. For everything. I'm not the one who needs your apology. As I walked away, I realized I didn't hate Marcus anymore. I felt nothing for him at all. My life, our life, mine and Lily's, had moved forward without him. That night, as I tucked Lily into bed, she asked me a question that caught me off guard. Mommy, why did you want me when nobody else did? I smoothed her hair, so much like Tessa's. That's not true, sweetie. Your first mommy wanted you very much. She fought hard to stay with you. But not my dad? Some people aren't ready to be parents. But I was ready to be your mom the moment I met you. She seemed to accept this, cuddling her favorite stuffed rabbit. I'm glad you're my mommy now, she whispered as she drifted off to sleep. Sometimes the family you fight for matters more than the family you're born into. Sometimes the strongest love comes from choice, not obligation. What would you do if you had to choose between loyalty to a sibling and protecting a child who needs you? Would you risk losing your family to do what's right?